Ronald Jack Wright was an American politician from the state of Texas. A Republican, he represented Texas's 6th congressional district in the U.S. House of Representatives from January 3, 2019, until his death. The district is anchored in Arlington and southeastern Fort Worth and includes a swath of exurban territory to the south. After serving on Arlington's City Council and as tax assessor-collector for Tarrant County, Wright was elected to the House of Representatives in 2018 and re-elected in 2020. He died on February 7, 2021, from COVID-19. Wright had been diagnosed with lung cancer in June 2019. Ronald Jack Wright was born on April 8, 1953, in Jacksonville, Texas, the son of Peggy Darlene and George Willis Wright. He grew up in Uzzel, Texas, graduating from Uzzel High School in 1971. He then attended the University of Texas at Arlington for 2 years, studying history, psychology, and political science. Before entering politics, Wright worked at Ceramic Cooling Tower, Inc. He wrote several op-eds for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram in the 1990s, recommending public executions and display of corpses as a deterrent to crimes. Wright served on the Arlington City Council from 2000 to 2008 and as Mayor Pro Tem of Arlington from 2004 to 2008. He then served as District Director for Congressman Joe Barton from 2000 to 2009. From 2009 to 2011, Wright was Barton's Chief of Staff. Wright was appointed Tarrant County Tax Assessor-Collector in 2011, serving until 2018. In 2014, Wright's office added the motto, "In God We Trust," to its stationery, including tax assessment envelopes and tax statements. In 2018, Wright's office came under scrutiny by KDFW for mistakenly placing a tax lion and bills on the wrong Tarrant County family. In an interview with KDFW's Steve Noviello, Wright repeatedly made false statements about the case. In 2018, Wright ran for the United States House of Representatives in Texas's 6th congressional district to succeed Barton, who had announced that he would not seek re-election after coming to national attention again when sexually explicit photos that he had shared with women surfaced online. Wright finished in first place in the primary election, but did not achieve the 50% majority required to avoid a runoff. He faced Jay Kelsey in the runoff election, and won with 52% of vote. In the general election, Wright defeated Democrat Jana Lynn Sanchez. Wright was re-elected in 2020, defeating attorney Stephen Daniel. His death triggered a special election in 2021. In June 2019, Repro Action, an abortion rights advocacy group, released a video that showed Wright stating women should absolutely be punished for performing self-managed abortions, as they committed murder. In December 2020, Wright was one of 126 Republican members of the House of Representatives to sign an amicus brief in support of Texas v. Pennsylvania, a lawsuit filed at the United States Supreme Court contesting the results of the 2020 presidential election, in which Joe Biden defeated incumbent Donald Trump. The Supreme Court declined to hear the case on the basis that Texas lacked standing under Article 3 of the Constitution to challenge the results of an election held by another state. Wright later voted against certifying Arizona's and Pennsylvania's electoral votes in an effort to deny the final mechanism that would legally certify Biden's victory. Both votes occurred after the storming of the United States Capitol. In July 2019, Wright announced he had been diagnosed with lung cancer. The next year, a series of complications with his radiation treatment led to his hospitalization. On January 21, 2021, Wright announced he had tested positive for COVID-19, after he and his wife were hospitalized in Dallas for 2 weeks. Wright died from the disease on February 7. As a result, he became the first sitting member of Congress to die from the disease. Fellow Republican Luke Letlow of Louisiana, who had been elected in November 2020 and was also set to serve in the 117th Congress, died before being sworn in. Lawmakers from both parties eulogized Wright after his death. Sanchez, His Democratic opponent in 2018 said that while she had her differences with Wright, we both ran for Congress for the same reason: to fight for the people of North Texas. He served with passion while battling cancer and a deadly virus that has claimed far too many lives. Far too soon.